Guys fam, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video I would be showing you how I make lasagna Grenadian style. This recipe is courtesy my brother Adrian. Thank you so much, bro. Now traditionally we know that lasagna belongs to the Italian, but of course depending on where you live in the world you have your own twist on how you make the lasagna. So if you're interested, keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Put on your post notification bell so you don't miss each time we do an upload. Also, we say welcome to our new subscribers. We are growing. Thank you so much for subscribing. And as always, we say thank you to our old subscribers. You have always been our support, always commenting, sharing and all the good stuff. So without further ado, let us get into today's video. To make our lasagna Grenadian style, these are the ingredients that we will be using. Here I have some coconut oil. I have here about roughly 2 pounds of minced meat, and they came in these packaging. Here I have some pimento peppers. I have here some chives, some basil, and also some chalobeni chopped. Here I have a bell pepper or a sweet pepper. I have some onion, garlic, and plenty of those. I have here about half of this tomato sauce or tomato paste I should say, and here I'm using the traditional ragu sauce. For additional seasoning I'm adding in some red pepper flakes. I have here some pink Himalayan salt. I have some parsley, dried parsley, cayenne pepper, of course you know we love that. Black pepper can be used as well. And I also have some all-purpose seasoning for that extra flavor. Let's go. I'm going to start off by placing the oil in my skillet, followed by all of the aforementioned seasonings. Now this is a very simple and easy recipe. My brother, thank you so much bro, gave me that recipe and I tried it and I was like, wow, it is really good, so I had to share it with you guys. Now traditionally we know that lasagna belongs to the Italians, but everybody have a different version of how they make it. Alright, so this is the Grenadian version according to my brother. So once I would have added all of the seasonings, I mixed it up really well, allowed it to saute for a few minutes, and then next I went in with the minced meat. And what I did is that I mixed it in really well, allowed it to saute for a few minutes, and then I just went ahead and add in the seasoning simply because there isn't a lot of fat in this particular minced meat, and so there is no need for me to drain out any water. So after I would have added in the additional seasonings, I am just going to mix that in really well. And once I would have done that, I'm just going to allow it to cook some. And basically you want to cook this until you have well, all the meat has become brown in this, or grayish in this color I should say, and then you're going to add in your sauces. So here I'm adding in the ragu sauce, all of it, and then the tomato paste. Also crushed tomatoes can be added as well. You can always comment below, let me know how you make your lasagna. We're always interested in hearing what you do differently. So I'm just adding in the tomato paste at this point, and once I would have added that in, I am just going to go ahead and mix everything together. So once I have mixed everything together, I am just going to go ahead and put it on the lowest heat and allow it to simmer for about an hour. I think I left mine for about an hour and 10 minutes or so. During the cooking process I add in a little bit of water. Now wine can be added as well, but I am using water, so I add in some water, basically throwing the water into the bottle that I had the tomato paste in to get that excess out of the bottle and into the minced meat. So we are going to allow that to sit and simmer, and it is going to be delicious and flavorful because it would have had time to soak in all of the flavors. So while that is happening, we are going to go ahead and make the sauce. So for this sauce we have some cheese. I have some, what's the name of that cheese? Gouda cheese. And then I have here some basil, fresh basil. I also have here Mexican faux cheese. I have the sour cream. Yes, we're using sour cream today. And I have here 2 eggs. So I'm just going to add everything to a large bowl. You can always comment below and let me know what kind of sauce do you prepare to add to your lasagna as well. So once I've added in the eggs, the sour cream, and the basil, I mix that in really well until it's well combined. And next I want to put all of the cheeses mentioned, and you want to whisk it until it is combined. And it's a very simple and easy sauce, and this is what it looks like. We are going to set that aside until we are ready for it. So here I am just basically checking the minced meat to see the progress it has made, and it's going very well. It's going very well. I just need it to simmer a little bit longer, and then in that time I will also go ahead and start prepping the pasta. So here I have the pasta. This is what I'm using, and I did have some water on the fire. We'll check to see if it's boiling, and it is, and then we are going to place in our noodles and allow it to cook al dente, which is undercooked, and it's basically roughly 5 minutes, and that should do the trick. So once I add the pasta in and the hot water hit the pasta, I simply push it down with a spoon and my hands, as you would have seen, just to make sure that it gets into the hot water and then it can do its thing. So we are going to leave that and come back. So after the 5 minutes, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and drain, and by that time it's time for us to assemble the pasta. Assemble. That's the word. Assemble the pasta. So to a large dish, and I have a story, y'all. I think I used the wrong baking dish. The baking dish that I have is 8 by 11, I think, and then there's a larger one that is too large for this. So my lasagna came out a bit. It came out very full. So I'll show you what I mean by that. But I added a thin layer of the mincemeat in the bottom, and then I went ahead and add in some of the pasta. It was so very hot still that I had to turn off the camera and continue because it was really hot. And then you will see that I have 2 different kinds of pasta here. That is because I had some from a previous use and in a box, and then I decided to use it up and then open a new box of pasta. So I'm just adding in now, first of all, some of that sour cream sauce, as you see here, and of course you can add more cheese on top of the sauce if that is what you would like to do. If you are into a lot of cheese, I am not. So yeah, and then you can layer your meat on top of the sauce and the cheese. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and once everything is finished, I will come back to show you the next step. So here, as you can see, as I was saying earlier, it was very full, and this is what I'm talking about. So it seems to me that my dish was a little bit too small for the amount of the lasagna, but nonetheless we are going to use it. I had already started it, and I couldn't take it out and put it into a bigger bowl or a bigger dish. So I added some cheese on top, and some of the Gouda cheese as well as the Mexican faux cheese, and I did place it onto a baking sheet just for precaution, just to ensure that nothing spills, and if it does spill, then it doesn't fall into the oven. So I allow it to bake for roughly 45 to 50 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It's extremely hot, it smells good, it looks good. So I will allow it to cool a bit, and then, well, cool actually, before I cut into it and come back to show you what it looks like. So here is the final plating, y'all. This is what it looks like. It looks so good. It's nice, and it's wet. Yeah. So if you don't like it too wet, you can add less water or less wine or less liquid for that matter. But it is nice. It's delicious. I actually did taste it, and it tasted really good. Of course, I can eat a lot of it. So until the next time, see you in our next video. Bye.